everybody, welcome back to another session of the Hopry. My name is Mark Starr.
And I'm Tim Pratt.
And we are back to, I guess, celebrate a beer that we've been wanting to share since it came in from California. Where was it you got this from? I can't remember.
It was actually from South Bay.
South Bay Drug and Liquor, that's right. You know, I know that they're always, stocking some of the best California beers like Lost Abbey, Russian River, Ballast Point, some of those others you can't get. So, we just got done recording the 3 sessions for Saison Week, and Tim kind of had the idea of, hey, you know what, we're feeling pretty good, might as well bust out another one. So we're going to bring this one to you as a special. I think this will be special number 4 on my site, but thanks a lot, man.
No, not a problem, man. Happy to share.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good beer. Why don't you tell them what it is and anything about it that you want to tell them?
So what we're looking at here is it's from the Lost Abbey, a brewery in San Diego.
I have hats on too.
We have hats on.
That's how we roll.
Yeah. But it's again from Lost Abbey. It's part of their Angel Share line. There's a few different Angel Shares that they do. One that came out earlier was just their typical brandy barrel Angel Share. This one actually happens to be the Angel Share that was done and aged in bourbon barrels, and someone must know we're recording as they honk as we drive by.
They're giving a shout out.
They give them a shout out. They say hi to you guys. But this was actually the bourbon barrel Angel Share, this year has only been released in 375s, and
I think that's all you need, really. I mean, a 750 of this, I think, just might be too much.
Yeah, we're looking at 12.5% alcohol. I mean, it from initial impressions is going to be a bit warm, but also from initial impressions, it's going to be a bit fantastic too. So. We definitely wanted to bring this one to you guys to share something that we've got aside in one of our respective collections, and if you haven't had it, please go out and get it. If you have, hopefully you'll see some similarities in what we're going to tell you about it.
Yeah, and I know these go for at least $35 on eBay. So I mean, at very least, if you're willing to spend the money, and I say that about all beers. I know not everybody has $35, $50 to spend on a beer, but. And I don't condone eBay, but hell, you can get just about any beer. If you have the money, you can get, Isabel Proximus, you can get Westy 12s, you can get whatever. Tim just so happened to kind of sync up with me at work and said, hey, let's order some beer from South Bay Drug and Liquor, and, here we are. So we're going to share this one with you, but... Well, let's go ahead and get in there and smell it, man. I'll tell you, we just poured this one, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes ago, just trying to kind of get it out, and we cheated a little bit and smelled it, and definitely think that it needs to warm up a little bit. I know this one's been sitting in your fridge for a couple of days, so
it's been in there for a while. I mean, as you can see, when we poured it, there was very little head that came off of this. Very little pop that came off the cork. Frankly, it was a bit shocking how little pop there was that came off of that, and how little head that came off of the pour. But I got to be honest, you can work up a little bit of a head here. Yep. Maybe a quarter to a half of inch. It's good 10. It's nice and thick though. It looks like it's going to hang around for at least a bit. Not
I know
incredibly long, but.
I know that Lost Abbey too gets a lot of grief for carbonation in their beers and things like that. When you start talking 12%, you're just not going to get a whole lot of head. You're not going to get a whole lot of carbonation. They just tend to become more syrup-like, and that's, obviously more than I do, being a hardcore home brewer, but the more malt, the more sugar, the bigger you make a beer, even maybe the less water you use in a beer, you really start to suffer out on some of that.
And one place that people probably give Lost Abbey a little bit too much of a tough time is they may not have an inch or two of foamy, pillowy head on there, but there's effervescence that goes through, even in the the much talked about undercarbonated 08 batches. They still had an effervescence to them that carried through the flavors that you wanted to carry through, and you can still see that here.
Well, man, thanks a lot for busting this one open for me. Let's go ahead and taste it and see what we got. Woo! Yikes!
Yeah. Immediately hit right with a strong vanilla bourbon flavor.
tons of brown sugar to me. It's like literally opening up a brand new bag of brown sugar and just putting a mouthful of that in your mouth.
Yeah, it really is. It's got a latent sweetness that's not even remotely cloying, but it's very, very sweet. And again, anytime you're looking at something that's 12.5% alcohol, you're gonna have that. But I mean, it's just fantastic the way that it carries through. I mean, the bourbon character really rounds out this barley wine in a way that, well, that frankly makes me wish that you guys were here drinking it with us.
Yeah, it's good. I wanted to point out on this one before we go, and I know we need to cut it fairly short here, but you know, this is a perfect beer to just hide somewhere down in your basement and let this thing sit for, God, I mean, even 5 years. Now, I'm not sure how many people can wait 5 years, you know, but this is the kind of beer that, you know, I know Dogfish has their slogan with their big barley wine that you should go out into the forest, dig a hole, put this thing in a plastic bag, bury it, come back 5 years later, dig it up and enjoy it. This thing will stand the test of time. I mean, it is extremely robust, 12.5%. You know, this thing will, it'll hang with the best of them.
I might actually be able to sit and hold on to it until the next time he comes over to drink some beer. So I at least have one more.
No, we'll let this one sit for a while.
You better take it.
And you know, and that's the good thing about these kind of beers. If you can find something, you know, like again, if you go out to South Bay and you buy one of these, buy two. You know, get your rocks off, drink. You know, bust open the first one, drink it, have the experience, bring a friend over, kind of like what we're doing now, and just throw the other one downstairs. You know what it tastes like now. Let the thing sit for a few years. I think when this thing dies out a lot, you know, I don't know that it's going to change, you know, exponentially. I think some of the alcohol burn will go away, but I think that brown sugar and that orange characteristic are just going to live on and on and on until, you know, we have another president. Or, you know, I hope we don't have another president, but anyway.
So
that's up for you guys to decide. I won't get political, but
with that, no, we're absolutely glad that you were able to share this beer with us tonight. It's a fantastic beer for those of you that are able to get Lost Abbey beers on a regular basis. Kudos to you for being somewhere far cooler than Kansas City.
I hate you.
So do I.
Not you, them, for being able to get Lost Abbey whenever they want.
Still hate them.
Exactly. Well, guys, thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this special session, Tim. Again, you know, we've had a really good time this week recording our Saison week and kind of giving you guys one little added bonus with the Lost Abbey Angel Share Bourbon Barrel edition. But anyway, really glad you had me over. And guys, we'll see you next week, and we'll be doing McKellar, I think. So anyway, well, thanks a lot for coming back to the Hopry. My name is Mark Starr.
And I'm Tim Pratt.
And we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Smells like waffles.
It does. This is like the best Belgian waffle syrup you've ever had. And I think I can get rid of this thing now because it's like 112 degrees up in that mug. But
Hi.
hey. You see?
Snuff down, sweetie.
You see?
I got you, copper.
I said.
I said I got you. You snuffed out, see? You got nothing on me.